Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, in this class, in this video, we are going to study about networking topology. In previous video, you have seen what is network, what is advantage of networking, various types of networks, LAN, MAN, WAN, and PAN, and here how those networks will be formed. What is the pattern of interconnecting the computer on the network? That is networking topology. So in this video you are going to learn about networking topology. If you have not subscribed the channel, you can subscribe it to see the latest videos on various topics of class 12. So let us start the video. What is networking topology? Networking topology is a way of connecting several devices with each other on a network. The pattern, the structure, the layout, how the computers are interconnected on a network is known as its topology. Topology can be physical or logical. In physical topology, it represents the physical layout of nodes and servers and other devices and cables on the network. How every device, how every node, cables, printers and other hardware resources are interconnected on the network. That is physical topology. Logical topology represents the way information flows between different computers. Now, factors to consider while selecting a topology. If you are going to form a network, if you are going to install a network in your school, in your office, what are the things to be taken care of? What are the ideas to be taken care of? What idea should be in your mind before setting up of a network? Number one is cost. It should be cost effective. The network should be cost effective means one would try to minimize installation costs. And installation cost can be minimized by using appropriate communication media, communication channel, maybe wired media or maybe wireless media, guided media or unguided media. आप कौन सा वायर यूज कर रहे हैं या कौन सा वायरलेस मीडिया यूज कर रहे हैं इसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगी कॉस्ट, क्योंकि केबलिंग की कॉस्ट सबसे ज़्यादा होती है. And distance involved in the network and how much distance is there between the nodes of the network, between the computers of the network, that will also define the cost of the network, because accordingly you will be using the communication channel, communication media or cabling on your network. So taking all these things in care in mind, we should define the I mean what type of topology you are going to select. It should be cost effective, it should be feasible, economic feasibility you can say should be taken care of. Then comes flexibility. The topology should allow for easy reconfiguration of the network. That means you can in future you should choose that particular topology in which reconfiguration means addition and removal of the nodes from the network should be easily done. Such topology should be selected. भविष्य में आपको कोई कंप्यूटर और नेटवर्क पर ऐड करना हो या उसमें से कोई रिमूव करना हो, फॉल्टी हो जाए, तो उस केस में आपकी टोपोलॉजी फ्लेक्सिबल होनी चाहिए, so that the after removing any particular node from the network, the rest of the network keep on functioning as it is. It should not shut down. Then reliability is another thing that we should have in our mind before setting up of a network. It should be reliable in the sense that the topology chosen for the network should allow the location of the fault to be detected and to provide some means of isolating it easily. Means detection of fault on the network should be easily done, and after detecting that a particular node is faulty, so that node can easily be isolated without disturbing the working of the network. So it should be reliable. So these are the three factors that we should consider in our mind before setting up of a particular network, before deciding a particular topology of a network. So let us proceed. Types of topology, if we talk, there are 5 types of topology in our curriculum, and that is bus topology, star topology, ring, mesh and tree topology. ये 5 तरह की टोपोलॉजी हमारे सिलेबस में है, 12th क्लास के आईपी सिलेबस में. So let us study one by one. What we have to study about each topology here? What is the structure and layout of the topology? What are its advantages and disadvantages? Let us study first what is mesh topology. Mesh topology, separate cable is used to connect each device to every other device on the network. You can see on this network a separate cable. This node is being connected to this node is being connected to this, and this and this. A separate cable has been planted, have been laid down uh, for connecting each node from a particular node, providing a straight communication path. In this type of topology, a link carries traffic only between the two connected devices. Suppose this and this is connected, so there is a straight link, straight path. There is no any via path कि आपका सिग्नल इसके थ्रू होकर के इसके थ्रू होकर के इसके थ्रू जाएगा. नो, इट इज हैविंग स्ट्रेट पाथ. So it is also called as fully connected mesh network. Fully connected means there is a direct link of a node to other nodes on the network. And typically, if there are n nodes on the network, so there are n into n minus 1 upon 2 links. N minus 1, suppose there are 5 computers, so n is 5, 5 into 4 upon 2, that is 10 links are there in total. आप गिन सकते हैं 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. There are 10 links between these computers. So n is total number of connecting nodes. सो द मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ, इसे हम जो है पीपी नेटवर्क भी कहते हैं, पॉइंट टू पॉइंट नेटवर्क. its main characteristic of PP network is that each station receives exactly from one transmitter and each transmitter should transmit to exactly one receiver. एक ट्रांसमीटर एक को ही एट ए टाइम जो है ट्रांसमिट करेगा और एक रिसीवर एक से ही एट ए टाइम रिसीव करेगा. तो इट इज कॉल्ड एज पॉइंट टू पॉइंट कनेक्शन, पॉइंट टू पॉइंट लिंक. द ट्रांसमिट एंड रिसीव ऑपरेशन कैन अकर over separate wires for better performance, or they can take turn over the same wire using a varieties of technique. So such type of topology, this approach of interconnecting the computers, that is point to point network, is also called mesh. It is called as mesh topology. Okay. So let us see what are its advantages. Each communicating device carries its own data through its own dedicated link, hence eliminating traffic problem. Because each device is carrying its own data, transmitting its own data to the destination, so there is no problem of colliding the signals. इसलिए सिग्नल्स आपस में कोलाइड नहीं होते हैं, स्ट्राइक नहीं करते हैं, एंड देयर इज अ लीस्ट चांसेस ऑफ एरर. A mesh topology is robust. It is very strong in its own structure. If one link become unstable, it does not affect the entire system. The entire system keep on functioning. It does not go down. Expansion and modification in the topology can be done without disrupting other nodes. Expansion means you can expand number of nodes, you can make changes whatever is required in a particular node, so it does not affect the network. There is the advantage of privacy or security of data, because every message travels along a dedicated line on a separate line, so only the intended recipient can see it. So there is your data is private and secure, because at a time two and only two nodes on the networks are communicating through dedicated line. Dedicated line means a separate line, special line, a special communication channel, special connection. That is why there is no chance of insecurity of data. Point to point link makes fault identification and fault isolation easy. So these are the various advantages of mesh topology. Let us see its disadvantages. Mesh topology is highly expensive to set up and involve highly maintenance costs because of the amount of cabling and the number of input output ports required. तो इसमें इनपुट आउटपुट पोर्ट्स की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, क्योंकि एट ए टाइम आपको यू आर वन नोड इज बीइंग कनेक्टेड टू exactly number of nodes, so input output ports are required, because one computer has only one port. So from that particular port, multiple, one computer should be connected to multiple ports so that it can be connected to multiple computers through multiple wires. Because you have seen that as many, suppose there are 5 computers, so one computer is directly being connected to 4 computers. So at least 4 ports are required on one computer. So that increases the cost of topology. And the hardware required to connect each link, that is input output port and cables, as I told you, can be the prohibitively expensive. So, it increases the cost, that is why it becomes expensive, that is input output port and cabling. Setup and maintenance of this topology is very difficult. Even administration of the network is tough. Here you have to remember this point: when there is a point-to-point link between each computers in a network, it forms mesh topology. So point to point, that means one transmitting node exactly to one receiving node. So this is what about the mesh topology. Let us see another topology, that is star topology, very popular for small networks. In star topology, each communicating device is connected to a central controller called hub. This is hub. In place, you can have switch also. There are two types of interconnecting devices, hub and switch. There is a very small difference, that switch is intelligent than hub. स्विच जो है वो only it sends the signal to the intended node only by specifying, by obtaining its IP address and all. तो इसलिए जो है switch is more intelligent than hub, whereas hub device broadcast the signal to all other devices, connected devices. So जिसका सिग्नल है वो उसे रिसीव कर लेता है. तो हब जो है ब्रॉडकास्ट करता है और स्विच जो है ओनली इट डायरेक्ट्स द सिग्नल टू द ओनली रिसिपेंट node. So here either you can put hub or you can put switch. So a hub is a hardware device used to connect several computers together. So number of computers are being connected. Suppose this is your server, and with server you want to connect so many computers, because it is central node dependent computers. Central computer से बहुत सारे computers connect किए जाएंगे स्टार में. So there should be a provision of having number of ports from which all other devices and computers could be connected. So that particular provision is the hub or switch. A hub or switch device will be connected with the server, and from the hub or switch ports, all other devices, all other computers, printers, scanners, and other hardware and software devices are connected to the hub or switch, forming the star topology. Now that means all the nodes are connected to the central node through hub or switch device. Then its advantage: it is less expensive than mesh due to the fewer wiring is required. Only direct link from the hub to each computer is required. So one computer is not having number of connections, that is why wiring is less, and it is less expensive because it is the wire which increases or decreases the main cost of the network. Easy to install, easy to configure, because only you have to connect to the central hub or central switch. So it is very easy. Each computer has been, connected to the central switch, central hub, or disconnected. So very easy. If there are number of ports free in the switch or hub, you can add as many computers on the network as you want. That is, it can be reconfigured easily. So another advantage, if one link fails, the network can still function. It is quite clear that particular computer can be isolated, can be detached from the switch or hub device, and the rest of the networks will keep on functioning without any failure. So that is the important advantage. The rate of data transfer is fast, as all the data packets or messages are transferred through central hub. So it is fast transfer, data transfer rate is fast because every device is directly connected to the central device. So there is one and only one path through which the data is to be transferred. It is easy to detect fault in this network as all computers are dependent on the central hub. सो कोई भी कंप्यूटर अगर फॉल्टी है तो सेंट्रल हब से हम लोग डिटैच और अटैच करके चेक कर सकते हैं. once a particular node is faulty, so that particular computer or node can be detached and the rest of the computers on the network will keep on functioning as it is. Your entire network will not go down. So these are the various advantages of star topology. Now let us move to its disadvantage. Every topology has got its advantage, then it may have some disadvantage over new technologies and new topologies. So these are the disadvantages. Extra hardware is required for installation of central controller known as hub or switch is required. This is extra cost added on the network. All nodes of star topology are dependent upon central hub, and therefore any problem in the hub or switch makes the entire network shut down. Yes, if there is any problem or hub crashes, that is the central device, then only the entire network goes down. So this is the disadvantage. Once hub or switch is out of order, then the network can't function. The performance of entire network is directly dependent upon the performance of hub. If the server is slow, it will cause the entire network to slow down. It is quite clear. More cabling is required in star topology as compared to any other topology, ring, bus, and tree, as all nodes are directly connected to the central hub. So any computer kept in the corner of the room, and your suppose central hub is kept in another corner of the room. So from the hub to that particular computer, a cabling is required. So ultimately the length of the cable will become longer and longer. The computers which are far off places, at far off places from the central hub, their length of the cable is too long, and the computer which is closer to the hub, it has a shorter length of the cable. So in that way the more cabling is required, thereby increasing the cost of the network. So these are the disadvantages of star topology. Let us move to another topology called bus topology. Bus topology is not being used for small networks now because it most frequently creates the problem that the entire network goes down once any particular node of the computer is not working. Suppose कीजिए कि ये कंप्यूटर इस नेटवर्क पर काम नहीं कर रहा है तो whole network goes down. So that is why for a small network it is not a good network, so not so popular. but before star topology it was being used most frequently, and still it is being used in number of organizations. So bus topology is a multi-point configuration, that is several devices are connected to the main long cable which acts as backbone. So this cable is working as a backbone, having two terminators at both the ends. इस एंड पर एक टर्मिनेटर लगा होता है और ये दूसरे एंड पर भी एक टर्मिनेटर लगा होता है. जो भी सिग्नल आता है यहाँ टर्मिनेट हो जाता है, इस टर्मिनेटर में एब्जॉर्ब हो जाता है सिग्नल. Now nodes are connected by drop lines and taps. ये drop lines हैं, these are drop lines and these are taps. यहाँ पर ये टैपिंग की जाती है, हर जगह ये टैपिंग की हुई है. ओके, so drop line is a connection between the long cable and the devices. इस long cable में that is the bus और आपके device में जो connection है that is called as tapping. एंड टैप्स आर द कनेक्टर्स. ये टैप्स जो है वो कनेक्टर्स हैं. ये जो आपका टी की तरह दिख रहा है और ये जो है आपका लाइन है टैप लाइन, ड्रॉप लाइन यू कैन से. देन connection between the long cable and devices and the taps are the connectors that are punctured inside the main cable. The data flows from one end of the cable to the other. Means suppose this is the transmitting node, तो यहाँ से आपका सिग्नल ट्रेवल करेगा, इस डायरेक्शन में भी जाएगा और इस डायरेक्शन में भी जाएगा. Suppose the signal that is started from this server has to be received by this system. So the signal that is being transmitted to this side, it will be refused by this computer, will be refused by another computer and will be received by this computer, and it will be terminated here. The signal will keep on propagating on the bus, will be terminated at the end. The signal which is traveling in this side will be rejected by all the devices because that signal or that data packet is not belonging to other devices. That is why that signal will go to the end and it will be absorbed by the terminator. Here the signal will be terminated. So in that way the transmission of the signal, transmission of the data takes place on the bus network or bus topology. Let us see the advantages and disadvantages. Nodes can be connected or removed easily from the bus network. यहाँ से आप easily connect कर सकते हैं, disconnect कर सकते हैं. It requires less cable length than the star topology because there is a backbone traveling through drop lines and these connectors. That is why from the main backbone all small cabling is required for various computers, various nodes. So that is why less cable length is required in comparison of star topology. Bus network is easy to implement and can be extended up to a certain limit. यहाँ पर आप पंचर करके यहाँ पर टेपिंग करके और ड्रॉप लाइन दे सकते हैं फॉर अनदर कंप्यूटर. इट विल डिपेंड अपॉन द बैकबोन, व्हाट इज द लेंथ ऑफ द बैकबोन. So that can be extended also sometimes, and number of computers can be connected on this network, but due to increase of the backbone of the network, signals might go weaker. That is why it is up to certain limit it can be extended. It works well in small networks. So these are the various advantages. Disadvantages: if there is a fault or break in the main cable, the entire network shuts down. So it is quite simple because everything is dependent upon the backbone. So if there is any problem with the backbone, main cable, obviously the entire network will fail. Terminators are required at the both end of the backbone cable. Obviously you have seen it. Fault isolation is difficult to detect if the entire network shuts down. See, if there is any fault in any computer on this network, इसमें अगर इसमें इस कंप्यूटर में कोई फॉल्ट हो जाती है तो पूरा नेटवर्क डाउन हो जाता है. एंड इफ देयर आर hundreds of computers on this network, so it is very difficult to identify which computer is faulty Again you have to terminate, and this open the terminator, isolate this computer. इस आपका जो कनेक्टर है यहाँ पर टर्मिनेटर लगा के चेक करोगे whether the system is, I mean network has started working or not. If not, then isolate this computer also, put the terminator over here on this step, on this connection. If your network started, that means this computer was faulty. Got it or not? See, terminator is opened from here. This computer is detached. Terminator is put with this T point. And if network started, that means this computer is faulty. If it is not, I mean started, network has not started because entire network is gone down, then this terminator will be opened from here. This computer will be isolated, detached, and then terminator will be attached over here with this tab, with this point, with this closet. And then if the network started, that means this computer was faulty. In that way, each and every computer and device has to be checked on the network for diagnosing the faulty computer. So this is very tedious job. This is very, I mean, difficult task, difficult to diagnose. So fault isolation is difficult to detect if the entire network shuts down. When the network is required in more than one building, bus network cannot be used. Next, the signal becomes weaker if number of nodes becomes large. अगर ज़्यादा आप computers बढ़ा देंगे तो इसीलिए उसने कहा है कि up to certain limit it can be extended. If number of nodes you keep on increasing, so signal becomes weaker to travel on the bus, on the backbone. Performance degradation occurs with the increased number of nodes. The same point, E point here है ये. Collision of data can take place because several nodes can transmit data to each other at one time on the same backbone. The data travels in both the directions, so collision of data may occur, and there is a chance that your data could not travel to the destination computer in its original form. Then the source computer has to retransmit the data, thereby delay in receiving the data to other end. So that is why it is slower network, you can say. So these are various drawbacks or disadvantages of bus topology. Let us move to another topology called as ring topology. In ring topology, every computer is connected to the next computer in the ring and each transmit the signal. What it receives from the previous computer, that is transmitted on the line again. Suppose this computer has transmitted, so this will receive, and if that packet, that datagram does not belong to this computer, it will retransmit to other computer in clockwise direction. So suppose this computer has not received that particular packet, it does not belong, that is not written on the data packet, its IP address is not written, it is not the appropriate recipient, then that packet will be transferred on the ring to another adjacent computer. So suppose it is the packet of this computer, IP address of this computer is written there on the packet, so it will be received by it, and then the signal will vanish. What it receives from the previous computer, the message flow around the ring in one direction. तो ये एक डायरेक्शन में ही आपका सिग्नल जो है वो ट्रेवल करता रहता है until and unless that signal, that data packet or datagram is received by some computer. So token ring is an example of ring topology. Ring topology पर token ring जो है एक network है, that is an example of ring topology. See what happens in that. इन दैट टोपोलॉजी टोकन रिंग की जहां तक बात है, इसमें क्या होता है कि एक टोकन इस रिंग पर ट्रेवल करता रहता है, कीप ऑन ट्रेवलिंग ऑन द रिंग. द कंप्यूटर विच वांट्स टू ट्रांसमिट द डेटा पैकेट ऑन द नेटवर्क seizes that particular token with it for some time till it wants to transmit the signal. उस टोकन को इसने दबा लिया और अब ये डेटा पैकेट को ट्रांसमिट करेगा टू अ पार्टिकुलर कंप्यूटर बाय मार्किंग इट्स आईपी एड्रेस। तो अब वो जो डाटा पैकेट है दैट विल ट्रेवल ऑन दिस रिंग, इसके पास आया, इसका वो पैकेट नहीं था, इसके पास आया, इसका वो पैकेट था, रिसीव हो गया। आफ्टर रिसीविंग इट गेट्स द एक्नॉलेजमेंट दैट द डेटा इज ट्रांसफर्ड इन सम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिग्नल फॉर्म। इसको एक मिल जाता है सिग्नल की डेटा, कंप्लीट डेटा हैज बीन ट्रांसफर्ड एंड रिसीव्ड बाय दिस कंप्यूटर। So now it will release the token and token will again start traveling, I mean moving on this ring. So whichsoever computer wants to transmit now will seize the token again, and the same procedure will take place for transmitting the data packet on the network. This is the way how ring topology functions. So token ring is an example of ring topology. Now, what are its advantages? A central server is not required in ring topology, as the data is passed between two nodes, which then passes through the entire network. Okay, so central server is not required. The data is transmitted in one direction only, and hence the transmission rate increases. Obviously transmission rate increase करता है क्योंकि डेटा जो है एक ही डायरेक्शन में चलता है। Adding or removing of network nodes is easy, as the process requires changing only two connections. So addition of new nodes and removal of existing node is very easy. Only two computers which are not communicating to each other can be removed, and addition of computers can be done on the network easily. So the configuration make it easy to identify faults in network nodes. Then it is relatively cheaper as compared to star topology. What is its drawback? If there is a fault in the single node, it can cause the entire network fail. This is the very important drawback. एक भी कंप्यूटर, एक भी नोड नेटवर्क पर अगर फेल हो जाता है तो पूरा नेटवर्क फेल हो जाता है, क्योंकि उसके बाद फिर सिग्नल की पासिंग नहीं होगी नेटवर्क पर। The movement or changes made to the network nodes affect the entire network's performance. If I mean move one computer to another place from on the ring network, or I want to change that particular node from the network, so obviously it will affect the entire network performance. Entire network has to be stored for some time, then only you can make the changes. Transmission speed becomes slower with an increase in the number of nodes. Okay, so अगर आप ज़्यादा कंप्यूटर्स बढ़ा देंगे, ट्रांसमिशन स्पीड जो है वो कम हो जाएगी, बिकॉज नेटवर्क सिग्नल डेटा पैकेट इज ट्रेवलिंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रिंग गोइंग टू ईच एंड एवरी कंप्यूटर. If there is a fault or break in the cable to which all other nodes are connected, the entire network shut down. It is quite clear. For proper communication between each node, it is required that each computer must be turned on. Then only the whole network will start and your communication can take place. So therefore, all the computers on the network should be turned on. Then only the entire network will function properly and communication is possible. Now let us see the last topology of the syllabus, that is tree topology. It is a little complex than the previous topologies because it is a combination of number of topologies. ओके, सो इसमें जनरली बस और स्टार का कॉम्बिनेशन हो सकता है. You can see in tree topology all or some of the devices are connected to the central hub. This is a central hub. These two devices are connected to it. Then from this central hub, secondary hubs are connected, and from these secondary hubs, number of devices are connected. From this secondary hub, another secondary hub can be connected. With that, number of devices can be connected. Similarly, this side also, from this secondary hub, number of devices as well as some other secondary hub can be connected for another level of devices and secondary hubs can be connected. Thereby it will keep on increasing and increasing, expanding and expanding both the sides. This is the root, I mean central hub, the root, and rest secondary hub and other devices are becoming branches of the network, forming the tree structure. That is why it is called as tree topology. See, in tree topology, all or some of the devices are connected to the central hub called an active hub. This is an active hub. And some of the devices are connected to the secondary hub. This is the secondary hub, which may be active hub or passive hub. ये एक्टिव भी हो सकता है और पैसिव भी हो सकता है. एक्टिव An active hub क्या होता है? Active hub contains the repeater that regenerates the signal when it becomes weaker with longer distances. Active hub वो होते हैं जो जैसे ही ये नेटवर्क और एक्सपेंड होता जाएगा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ट्री ब्रांचेस, जब जैसे जैसे इसकी ब्रांचिंग होती जाएगी, नेटवर्क एक्सपेंड होता जाएगा, नंबर ऑफ डिवाइसेस इंक्रीज होती जाएंगी, डिस्टेंस सेंट्रल रूट हब से जो है दूर होती जाएंगी, and thereby the signal being transmitted from this device or this device, इसका जो distance है increase होता जाएगा. That is why it I mean the signals will keep on becoming weaker and weaker. So for that some active hub is required in between so that it can repeat the signal, it can regenerate the signal so that the signal can reach to the another end of the network. जहां भी आपकी लास्ट डिवाइस लगी है वहां तक आपका सिग्नल पहुंचाने के लिए सेकेंडरी हब जो है वो एक्टिव होना चाहिए या पैसिव होना चाहिए. पैसिव का मतलब ओनली कनेक्शन प्रोवाइड करेगा, खाली वो कनेक्शन दे देगा इसको इसको इसको, और उसके बाद यहां से आपने एक एक्टिव हब लगा दिया, तब उस एक्टिव हब से क्या होगा, उसको वो रीजनरेट भी करेगा सिग्नल को और उससे जो भी डिवाइसेस कनेक्ट होंगी वहां तक वो सिग्नल पहुंचाएगा. सो this is the difference between active hub and passive hub. Active hub contains the repeater that regenerates the signal when it becomes weaker with longer distances. A passive hub simply provides a connection between all other connecting nodes, connecting computers, connecting workstations. So this is what tree topology. तो यहाँ रूट से चलता है और ये एक्सपेंड होता जाता है, सेकेंडरी हब्स कनेक्ट होते जाते हैं, उससे डिवाइसेस कनेक्ट होती जाती हैं, कीप ऑन एक्सपेंडिंग एंड एक्सपेंडिंग, so forming tree like structure. It looks like inverted tree, root upward and branches downwards, keep on expanding. Now what are its advantages and disadvantages? Advantages of tree topology. The tree topology is useful in case where a star or bus cannot be implemented individually. Okay, it is most suited in networking multiple departments of a university or corporation where each unit में क्या हो सकता है star topology हो, तो where each unit, that is star segment, functions separately. हर डिपार्टमेंट में स्टार टोपोलॉजी लगा हुआ है and is also connected with a main node, that is root node. So root node से जो कनेक्ट कर देते हैं वो बस की तरह काम करता है, हर सेगमेंट एक रूट से कनेक्टेड होगा, एक बैकबोन से कनेक्टेड होगा, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रूट नोड. The advantage of centralization that are achieved in a star topology are inherited by the individual star segments in a tree network. ट्री नेटवर्क में जो हर स्टार सेगमेंट है, जो पूरा एक नेटवर्क है किसी बिल्डिंग में स्टार के फॉर्म में, उसे स्टार का एडवांटेज मिलता है, और वो स्टार पूरा जो है दैट इज कनेक्टेड टू सम बस. दैट इज सेंट्रलाइजेशन अचीव करने के लिए सेंट्रल कंप्यूटर से आप उसे कनेक्ट करते हैं थ्रू अ बस. ईच स्टार सेगमेंट गेट्स अ डेडिकेटेड लिंक फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल बस. आ गया ना यहां पर सेंट्रल बस, हर स्टार सेगमेंट एक डेडिकेटेड लिंक के थ्रू सेंट्रल बस से, सेंट्रल बैकबोन से कनेक्ट कर दिया जाता है. Thus failing of one segment does not affect the rest of the network. So because that particular star segment or the star topology of an office is connected to the central bus, So if that is, I mean having a dedicated link with the central bus backbone. So if I isolate that particular star segment, it will not affect the, I mean entire network which is connected with the central bus. फॉल्ट आइडेंटिफिकेशन इज इजी, कौन से नेटवर्क में फॉल्ट है उस नेटवर्क को डिटैच कर दिया जाएगा सेंट्रल बस से. द नेटवर्क कैन बी एक्सपेंडेड बाय द एडिशन ऑफ सेकेंडरी नोड्स बढ़ाते जाइए. दस स्केलेबिलिटी कैन बी अचीव्ड, इस तरह से इसकी स्केलिंग की जा सकती है, इसे इंक्रीज डिक्रीज इसकी लेंथ बढ़ाई घटाई जा सकती है. स्केलेबिलिटी कैन बी अचीव्ड. नाउ डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ ट्री टोपोलॉजी. As multiple segments are connected to the central bus, the network depends heavily on the bus. जैसे आप बस स्ट्रक्चर में देखो बैकबोन पर डिपेंड करता था, उसी तरह से यहाँ भी एक बस है, सेंट्रल बस है, उससे सारे नेटवर्क के सेगमेंट कनेक्टेड हैं. इसलिए अगर ये सेंट्रल बैकबोन सेंट्रल बस फेल होता है, देन द एंटायर नेटवर्क विल फेल. अदरवाइज अगर आपका सेपरेट कोई नेटवर्क फेल होता है पार्टिकुलर विच इज attached to the central bus, so that network will keep on functioning. उसे हम डिटैच कर देंगे and network will keep on functioning. Its failure affect the entire network. Whose failure? The central bus failure, I mean shut down the entire network. अगर बैकबोन सेंट्रल बस फेल हो जाता है तो पूरा नेटवर्क फेल होगा. अगर कोई पार्टिकुलर सेगमेंट फेल होता है तो पूरा नेटवर्क फेल नहीं होगा. Owing to its size and complexity, maintenance is not easy and costs are high. Because it is complex, so many networks are I mean connected to the central bus backbone. That is why it is more complex than other networks, therefore the maintenance cost is high. Also, configuration is difficult in comparison to other topologies. Though it is scalable, the number of nodes that can be added, scalable means can be added and subtracted, length can be increased or decreased. The number of nodes that can be added depends upon the capacity of central bus and on the cable type. What type of central cable is there, what is its capacity, how much length it can maintain, what is the data transfer rate. All these things depends upon the I mean central bus. So how many computers, how many nodes can be multiplied and connected, how many networks segments can be connected, it will completely depend upon the backbone, that is the central bus. So these are various disadvantages of tree topology. So I think you might have followed about the various types of topologies and patterns, how the layout of the network will be formed in various format, various forms, various layout, various structures of the network. You have studied here mesh topology, then star topology, then ring topology, then bus topology and tree topology. These 5 topologies is part of the curriculum of class 12th which we have covered. We have covered here what is this topology and what are its advantages and disadvantages. So if you have followed every topology well, it is okay. Otherwise you can just pause the video in between and try to understand. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel for the latest videos. Keep on watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much. Thank you.